Man, I haven't sat down and done one of these in so long. I'm like, don't even know how to do it. Hey, what's up guys? Beef here with Tactical Baby Gear, and today we're taking a look at what is in my diaper bag these days in 2025, because things have changed a bit. Now, first of all, I do want to let you know that this video is not sponsored by anybody, but we do manufacture, our diaper bags and some of the products that you'll see in this video. But there's no other companies involved, and I'm trying to push anything on you or anything like that. So just wanted to put that out there and make that clear and transparent. Otherwise, context as to what's in my diaper bag before we get into it. I've got a 3-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 13-year-old. So wide range of kids there, but I like to think of things as a convenience bag, right? And less of a diaper bag, because you're carrying stuff not only for your kids and your baby in particular. Most of you watching are, probably in an infant, newborn, toddler phase. And then you're also carrying stuff for yourself, or maybe things for your wife, or if you have older kids as well. So keeping that in mind and keeping that mindset throughout, packing your bag and watching this video, and I'll explain kind of what's in the bag, why I have it in the bag, and hopefully you guys pick up on some of these things and you can utilize them for yourself. So let's start with the outside of the bag. First of all, this is the Tactical Baby Gear Everyday Bag in Multicam Black. And I love it. It's probably one of my favorite bags, particularly with the young ones and needing wipes. So we've got this magnetic wipes pouch up here. I've always got wipes. It doesn't matter how old your kids are, you need some stinking wipes. You might need them as an adult from time to time. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, you got some wipes up here. I've got 3 girls. I should bring context there as well. So up here, you guys remember these? Like these really cool little flip out brushes that maybe you don't. I mean, I don't know. You guys are probably in your late 20s. You remember stuff like this. I had stuff like this when I was a kid. But anyways, I carry a hairbrush, a little micro guy here that folds up. It's got a mirror in it. And then I've got some hair ties on the handle just to make life easy, because you never have one when you're looking for one, unless you're awesome and you carry around stuff like this. A lot of this is all about just being prepared for the things that you need. I talk about being convenience driven and trying to pack stuff in here that might keep you from having to run back home or run into a store, or might end your field trip a little early, like thinking about that stuff ahead of time. A therapist told me one time on our podcast that setting up your diaper bag and packing it for what you need is setting your future self up for success. So hope that rings a bell with you. In the front pocket, this is an insulated cooler pouch. Right now, I'm not using it for anything like that. I actually use it more like my office than anything else. So I've got one of our small packing cubes packed up with my laptop charger, various charging cables, memory cards, stuff like that, because I'm always editing videos on the fly or traveling or whatever the case is. I've got a little power bank here in one of these bottle pockets so that I can charge a phone or a kid's iPad or whatever. We are at softball fields a lot these days, and oftentimes my little one is, watching an iPad to keep her occupied. So if we need to charge it up, I can do that at the field as well. Let's move around to the side. I carry around a bottle of water, more so these days than I have in the past, because I'm trying to stay nice and hydrated. I'm on a bit of a health kick. We can talk about that another time. I use the Awala water bottles. I love this bottle, by the way. First of all, it's all black, and I like all black everything is my jam. But the mouth spigot design area is second to none. It's so good. If you have one, If not, you're missing out. You can get these at Target. They're great. On the back side, actually, this is kind of a cool little accessory. This is from Peak Designs. This clips my camera to the strap of the backpack. Hang on, I'll show you, 1 second. So when I've got this on my bag and we're walking around wherever, if I'm at the field or if I'm at Disney or anything like that, we make a lot of vlog type videos on our Brody Bunch channel. There's hospital content from Kendall and her situation, but it just hooks on there. I can walk around. It's just easy to unclip, and it's on and off just like that. And it's really handy. On the back side of the bag, I've got 2 things. Actually, I don't have it in here right now because it's in my office. My laptop is usually in here, And I've got a changing mat in the event that I need it. These days, I'm not changing a lot of diapers. Again, I have a 3, almost a 4-year-old. So I'm not changing a lot of diapers, but I do still carry that because there is circumstances from time to time where I might be changing her clothes or she's had an accident or whatever the case is. So that does still ride along in the back of the bag. This pocket on the side, this is some like safety stuff, right? So I've got a tourniquet in this pocket. This is like a more of an adult tourniquet. This is a cat tourniquet that I keep in here. I also have a flashlight, kind of a bigger, more powerful light, especially through the winter time when the sun goes down a lot sooner, it gets dark earlier. We were just traveling and that sort of thing, and I like to always have a light available if I need one. This isn't any particular light, nothing fancy, just a nice, decent size LED light. I got some medical trauma shears that these unfold like this, and then there is like a seatbelt cutter and a few other cool tools here. This is the SOG one. There's a few different variations of this from different brands. I do like this because it has a couple of extra little goody tools like a multi-tool would have. It's not just shears. As a truck drives by really loud. Wow. There's race cars around here. Like I was saying, I do like this a lot, but I'm not sure that this particular one is TSA approved. So I don't travel with it because it has some pokey stuff on it that I think they would disapprove of. Otherwise, the Leatherman ones I think are TSA approved because they don't have anything else other than just folding shears, and you can travel with those. But I do have some smaller ones I'll show you in just a minute. As I get into the inside of the bag, one of the other things about my kids and our life and our situation is our middle daughter, Kendall, has had cancer, so she fought cancer for 2 years, and she still has some medical stuff going on, immunocompromised, all kinds of stuff. There's the potential for hospital trips still and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff in here that pertains to my life and what our needs are. So keep that in mind. It's not like you have to carry all the same things that I'm carrying as it relates to that, but keeping your own situation in mind. So going into the bag, are we ready to go to the end of the bag? Are we ready for this? Okay. Inside the bag is where the magic happens. Let's start here at the front, at the easy stuff. In this front mesh pocket, I just carry some of my own personal necessities, right? A stick of deodorant. I got some extra vitamins and supplements in case I forget any of that stuff at home. I've got it in my bag and I can use it at the office or wherever I happen to be once I remember that I forgot it. So there's that. This second pocket up here is like bags and containment stuff. So throw up bag, because my daughter's situation, nausea is a thing, and I like to have these available. Also, I carry a 1-gallon Ziploc bag in the event that I need to throw wet clothes, dirty clothes, any kind of random trash like that. It's just nice to have a 1-gallon bag, or if someone needs to keep throwing up, you can throw up in this as well. I also have a full-size trash bag in here. Speaking from experience, right? I got 3 girls, one who's been sick a lot. When they throw up in a car seat, when they, any of these kinds of situations where you end up with more trash than you can fit in this, or you're trying to take the car seat fabric out of the seat because it's going everywhere, and you just want to shove it all into a trash bag, seal it up because it stinks or whatever, and then get it home and then deal with it. There's all kinds of scenarios you can find that you might need a full-size trash bag, and it takes up practically no space. So there's no reason to not have one, and it's one of those things of just setting your future self up for success. So a trash bag, a 1-gallon Ziploc bag, those kind of just stay in here. Easy to get to. I'm not digging for them because those are the types of things you need quickly and easily. So they're right there, easy to get to. I'm gonna take my water out because it makes a lot of noise. Okay, so I've got stuff sort of kitted in packing cubes and our cooler pouches and that kind of stuff. This cooler pouch I use as Kendall's medical stuff, and I've got it, with some of our patches on here, medical patch, no known drug allergies, so this is just kind of out in the open, people know that. I've got her name on here, I've had some set up for other kids in the past too, so we just know that this is Kendall's stuff, even though there's a few other things that could be useful for the girls as well, with just various things that she might need in the event that we've got to take her to the hospital, or she's not feeling well, or we forget to take her medicine at home. We have some spares of that kind of stuff in here. There's masks, you know, she's immunocompromised, so we get into a situation where maybe she needs a mask, or we're going into a doctor's office or a hospital that has a lot of sick people in it. Like, we don't want her catching that sort of thing. So we carry some of that kind of stuff. I do have this little like field notes size notebook that we have used in the past to make notes in the event that she is sick. And it's like, okay, she started feeling sick at this time, or she threw up then, or she ate this, or whatever. Notes are good to have. Hospitals are constantly asking questions about what's been going on. I carry some cash in here, singles, $1 bills. I think there's probably $10 in ones in here that we use at like in vending machines and that sort of thing, right? I've taken Kendall to the hospital at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning more times than I like to count. And it's always, once you get there, you're like, you need a little caffeine, or you want some chips, or your whatever. So it's like, I have vending machine cash in this thing, because this thing is always with me no matter what. And then there's other random stuff in there. I do carry some kids' ibuprofen and Benadryl in here. Benadryl, because if they have an allergic reaction to something, it's easy to get them some Benadryl. It's something I think everybody should keep in their diaper bag no matter what. With little ones, ideally, I'm out of it, but liquid Benadryl is really good, especially for an infant or something that didn't know they had a peanut allergy or whatever. And liquid Benadryl, just get it in their mouth, and that'll be really helpful. Moving on from there, I've got this is one of our small packing cubes. I've just got some spare clothes for Hannah, our little one, 3-year-old, in case she does have an accident. We need to change her clothes. Maybe she gets ice cream all down or whatever. There's pants, a shirt, and some underwear in here. Nothing crazy. This is a lifesaver right here, okay, y'all? When you got kids, you need snacks, okay? So this is one of our cooler pouches. I just got a bunch of various snacks, stuff the kids like, some little Kodiak graham cracker things, like little protein graham crackers. We try to go with the healthy options, you know, some little healthy gummies, little granola bar, nothing crazy, but keep some snacks on hand, because, you know, snacks are life. A couple extra diapers in here. Again, not something we use a lot of, but she does still sleep in a diaper. So if we're out somewhere late and we think she's gonna fall asleep and we're gonna transfer her from the car directly into her bed to sleep, we'll try to put a diaper on her before that happens, so that when we get home, we don't have to wake her up, disrupting her, trying to put a pull-up or a diaper on her or something like that. So I do still keep a few of those handy there. And I've got some ponchos. Again, setting your future self up for success. We live in the South, especially in the summertime, you get those summer showers. It rains. Recently, you know, we've got softball going on. If it starts to get wet or gross or anything like that when we're outside and we might be stuck out there. Again, these take up such little space. It's just nice to have a way to stay dry if you need to, or anything else, right? Your car breaks down, or you're outside at an event or anything like that. It's just like, you want to stay dry, because being wet sucks if you don't have to be. I talked about that tourniquet that I had in that other pocket. I have a couple of these rats tourniquets, which are more friendly for kids and infants and youth and small, because a cat tourniquet is really meant for an adult and it doesn't get that small. But something like this, there's no size limitation to it. So you could wrap this around a leg or an arm of an infant and it gets really small. And I know a lot of people associate tourniquets with guns and gunshot wounds and things like that. The point of this is to stop bleeding. So any major potential bleeding event, you want to be able to stop it. So whether that's, I don't know, a lawnmower, they get hit by a car, like the things that are more likely to happen versus your child being shot. Either way, you need blood in your body to stay alive, and you want to be able to keep it there. So, you know, I keep a couple of these small ones for the kids and one for an adult, because the other one is a little bit better in an adult scenario. What else do I have? Got a couple pens in here. Use that for the notebook. Nothing else real crazy on the inside of the bag. So that's kind of it for what I'm carrying in my diaper bag these days. I know it's nothing super crazy, but hopefully going through that thought process of what's in here, why it's in here, helps you think about what you should pack in your diaper bag. There's probably a lot of stuff where if you're more of a prepared kind of parent like myself, you're thinking about, all the other things that you might carry. But keep in mind, this is the stuff that you're carrying around on your back on a day-to-day basis. And some of this stuff is, to get you home or get you back to your vehicle, where like I've got another bag in my vehicle, a duffel bag that's packed out with a whole bunch of other stuff for worst case scenario type of things. And maybe that we'll do another video on that kind of stuff. But just keep what's practical on you to get you to the next place, and just keep thinking about setting your future self up for success. I forgot one pocket up here I forgot this bag had, so let's touch on it real quick. There's a pocket in the top of this bag, and I just keep things like, I didn't know what's in here. It's gonna be a surprise to me too. Oh, sunglasses, because you never know, you might find yourself out on the boat. Chapstick. This is left over from my recent trip to Vegas, because you can't go to Vegas without chapstick. Your face will hate you. And my AirPods. So anyways, that's a few other things I keep around for just in case. Otherwise, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. I hope it was helpful. I will leave links in the description below to some of the stuff we talked about. So if you want quick, easy access, that's there for you. Otherwise, check us out at tacticalbabygear.com. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or shoot us an email to support@tacticalbabygear.com. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.